What up, people? Welcome to another episode of Sports and Superheroes. I'm one of your hosts that does the superheroes, Sammy, with my co-host Marcus over here, who does the sports. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
What's up, people? How y'all doing tonight?
Yep. We are back with another episode 41. I forgot to tell you guys, episode 40 was last week. The big episode 40. We're 40 now, so that's amazing. But thank you guys for watching, listening, enjoying, sharing, all that good stuff. Uh, we couldn't do it without you, but we're glad you're here to help us do it. With that being said, if you don't know, this is a podcast where we're talking about sports and superhero entertainment news from the past weeks, give our little input on our spin on stuff and things we like. Just two guys talking about things they like to you guys and helping you and enjoy it. But that all said, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, follow us on all our social medias down below. You can find all the links for that. But also, if you want to leave us a voice message, you can do that too. Down below, you can do a minute and a half voice message. Let us know either superheroes, sports, or life questions. We'll probably answer as long as it's not too weird. But with that all out the way, I just got home from my son's crazy soccer game that went crazy. Went into penalty, no, double overtime kicking or something. I don't know soccer. He joined soccer this year, and I got to learn soccer. So one of these days, I'm gonna learn what it is if he keeps doing it. But yeah, what would you about to say, Marcus?
Are you gonna start any controversy this episode like you have the last two?
What did I do? What controversy did I start?
The last two episodes, man, you've been controversial. I don't know if that's a good.
Oh, I've been controversial. The shows have been controversial, and I just been commenting on the shows. I just been talking about the shows.
Hey, man, you can't be sitting up here saying exactly what the creator of the show is saying. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
That is not what you're supposed to be doing when you're talking about the show that people are talking about. You can't tell them exactly what's going on in the show, what it means, and then when the director or writer talks about it too and says, "Yes, that's what I was doing," people don't like when you mention that.
Are you tired? Are you tired? Are you fatigued? Is that what's been going on? You've been fatigued the last two episodes.
Yeah, that's apparently what's going on.
Oh,
but y'all, for those who don't know, you won't know. Go check out our TikToks. You'll see what happened. But
you can't make. I wish I could be making this shit up, but you can't make this shit up.
It's very interesting. It's every day I get surprised by something that I didn't think would happen, but right there in your face it happens. So you be just mesmerized by like, how did you get that? But with that out the way, let's just go ahead and dive into our show. Marcus, go ahead and hit us with our first sports story.
We're going to talk about Mike Tomlin, the coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Coach Mike Tomlin publicly questioned the Browns' decision to trade Joe Flacco to the Bengals because they're divisional rivals.
I didn't know he did that.
Tomlin found the move surprising, especially considering Flacco's initial role as Cleveland's starter. While questioning Cleveland's logic, Tomlin acknowledged the trade made sense for Cincinnati, praising Flacco's ability. For those of y'all who don't know, Joe Burrow has a turf toe injury and is going to be out for a long time. And then they back up, got him, started playing, and he was not doing well at all.
He was doing okay at first, wasn't he?
He would. No.
Oh,
Yeah, he ain't it. So, like Thomas said, it made sense for Cleveland, but no, it made sense for Cincinnati. For Cleveland,
it made sense for Cincinnati, yeah.
So, the Browns coach declined to make any comments on what Tomlin said. Tomlin recalled Flacco's past success against the Steelers, including a recent game where he replaced an injured quarterback and led the team to a victory. Tomlin anticipates Flacco will improve as he gains more experience with his new team. The Bengals emphasize the challenges of preparing to face him. Flacco has a 10-11 record against Tomlin with a 59.3 QBR with 25 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Uh, the crazy, the wild thing is Tomlin comments came a day after the Steelers beat the Browns 23-9, and just 3 days, which will be tomorrow, because I did this story on the weekend. But the Steelers plays Cincinnati tomorrow night,
Yeah.
so they just played Cleveland on Sunday, beat them 23-9, and now they're gonna play Cincinnati on Thursday. And he made these comments at that time.
Yeah.
To go further more in depth of the trade, the Browns traded Flacco, who's 40 years old, and started there and was a starter for their first 4 games. Uh, but they traded him to Cincinnati and a 2026 6th-round pick.
Mm.
And then, hold on, wait. Cleveland. I'm jumping around my notes, my bad. Because I have to sign note. Because, yeah, Cleveland signed Flacco to a 1-year contract and as a free agent all season and as a 2026 6th-round pick to Cincinnati for a 2026 5th-round pick on October 7th. So they just
Okay.
traded him last week. The Browns now have rookie Gabriel. What's that boy last name? Dylan Gabriel. That's the starting
Mm.
quarterback for Cleveland now, which that now puts Shador as QB number 2. So he's the backup.
Mm.
So far, Dylan Gabriel has not looked that great. It's looked
Not,
okay, but
not at
but
all.
not great. Uh, yeah, so it just adds more fuel to the fire that they play. Pittsburgh plays Cincinnati
Yeah.
tomorrow, and Pittsburgh is off to a good start with old man Rogers.
Ain't they like
Pittsburgh,
4-1 or 5-1?
yep, they're 4-1. Uh, Rogers has been it's been all right. I
He
mean,
been playing all right. He
I'm
definitely
not
entertaining.
I'm not me myself particular. I'm not a fan of the guy,
Understandable.
but yeah, you can't. They're playing what? I mean, they're winning. They're 4-1.
Hmm.
So we'll see if they keep it up. They play, like I said, they play Cincinnati tomorrow night at 7:15 on Thursday Night Football, and that game will be on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
And
I know
then,
Falco had the chance to, I think, do something no quarterback has done in the season. I might be wrong, but he had a chance to beat a team on one team and then beat that same team again on another team within
oh
that season.
yeah, that would have been
The
the Packers
Packers, he
because
could have beat the Packers twice in two different teams.
yeah, because he beat when he was on Cleveland, they beat the Packers, and then the Packers played Cincinnati this past weekend, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, the Packers won. It was real unfortunate. Second, but yeah, so just as like I said, more fuel to the fire for tomorrow night's game. So
Okay. Okay. Interesting. But speaking of fuel to the fire, no, not Cincinnati. New York Comic Con happened, so there is so many trailers that can come out. At least four different trailers, a lot of bit of news. So I'm gonna talk about one of the trailers here, and then I think I'm gonna post throughout the week about the other three trailers because the other topics we're gonna talk about later tonight are TV shows, episodes. I gotta review those. But at the con, we got Invincible season 4 kind of teaser trailer. and it's just like all their other teaser trailers, but this time it was Mark and Adam Eve talking, and Mark has, it looks like robots' arms, like the actual character, the robot, his arms and leg. So he's either got them replaced. It looked like. I haven't read the Invincible comic book. I read like maybe up to Mark getting his powers and doing a little bit of fighting, but then I dropped the comic book and continue with the show. So I have no idea how this story ends and what happens in this story. I heard about bits and pieces, but I don't know. So they're doing their little thing at the diner, the burger place, and he's talking about how he beat this person and he beat that person, and how he used to, his fans used to say he couldn't beat anybody. And Adam Eve was like, "You didn't beat any of those people. Like, I'm the reason Conqueror got beat, and somebody else beat your clones. What are you talking about?" But they're making a little joke about that, and they're talking about the upcoming season and everything. And it tells us that the season's coming March 26th. So that's a lot sooner than I thought it was going to be coming. I thought we had to wait almost a whole year. Has it been almost a whole year though? Technically, it's been. I thought we were going to get it back until 2027. Honestly, I thought, but maybe I misread that somewhere. But we're getting it next year. So next year is going to be banging with shows. A lot of shows. But also at a panel at Comic Con, um, Robert Kirkman, the creator of the Invincible comic book and Walking Dead comic book, was doing a panel, and he announced who, is it Throg? I think it's Throg. I think that's how you pronounce it. Who's going to be voicing Throg? And it's Lee Pace. Um, a lot of people saying this seems like perfect casting. They when they first heard his name, they were like, that guy. And then they were like, okay, wait, that guy. I don't remember Lee Pace myself, that actor. I know I've probably seen him and stuff. I've seen a picture of him, and I still can't figure out where he's from. So I got to go do a little more homework in that. But he talked, and I don't know what voice he's going to use for Throg. I know Throg is a huge character in the Invincible world. He's one of the strongest Venturemites. I always say that word, Rich, so just deal with it. But I know a lot of people are excited for him to come. Like I'm all in on Invincible. I love the show. Great show, funny, action packed, bloody, gory, but still really cool. Love it to death. So I'm all in. I'm here for the next season. Of course, we're going to do reviews when that season comes out on the channel. But yeah, guys, are you excited about Lee Pace voicing Throg? Are you not excited? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you guys. But also, I can't talk about that. Well, I'll talk just a little bit of information. There's
What do you mean?
another. This is because it's we'll talk about it. Another panel. Marvel had a panel and they showed their trailers, which I'll talk about throughout the week. But they also showed a teaser for Doomsday, and spoilers for Doomsday. If you don't want to hear this, go past like 20 to 30 seconds. Marcus doesn't care because he doesn't know what's going on in Doomsday anyway. So they spoiled that Ghost Rider will be in Doomsday, not like a full character, but a like kind of cameo of Ghost Rider. But he's not going to be the Ghost Rider of our MCU. He's going to be a Ghost Rider from another dimension. But they say we will have an original Ghost Rider in our dimension eventually, and it will be played by, dang it, what's the kid that is Ghost Rider in the regular show? I forgot his name. I just blanked on Ghost Rider's name. I wasn't a super big Ghost Rider fan, so it's okay. But yeah, that's cool to see. I guess there's even more teaser stuff that got leaked out, but I didn't see it. So go check that out. Maybe I'll talk about that more during this week if I see some stuff. But yeah, so we got Ghost Rider coming, Invincible coming. It's gonna be a crazy 2026. A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of big things are coming. Super excited for that. Um, But like I said, I will be talking about the Wonder Man trailer, the X-Men 97 season 2 trailer, the Deadpool no Daredevil Born Again season 2 trailer. I will be talking about that later throughout this week. I'll do quick little videos just of me because there's so much stuff that came out, but I don't want to wait too long and not talk about it. But we got kind of a packed show tonight. So
Wait. Daredevil 2.
yeah.
Did, did did the first one not do well?
So not Daredevil the movie. There's a series called Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
Um, there's actually two series. One is called Daredevil that was on Netflix and then got moved to Disney Plus. And then Disney Plus made their own series with that same lead character as Daredevil called Daredevil Born Again. We talked about it. It wasn't a great show. It wasn't a
Okay.
great show. But they got a season two
Okay.
coming. So
Or so we just giving out season twos to crappy shows, and then good shows don't make it.
So the only reason they did it this way. They ordered 16 episodes and then they split that into two seasons. So they
Uh,
had already paid for 16 episodes, and I think they still reduced those episodes to down to like 14, but they split it
uh,
into two seasons. So like they already paid the money, so they gonna finish the show.
yeah,
So
yeah. All right.
hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully they do better in the second season. I don't have my hopes very high though. So that first season, there was only like two really good episodes, but
Yeah.
hey, hey.
Okay. Well, on to some more football. So, did you happen to see the Sunday night game between Detroit and Kansas City?
Yes, I watched that game. Yes.
This is not in my notes, but I just thought of it, so I need to talk about it before I forget. Crazy. How many how many penalties did Detroit get called for Sunday's night game?
I think
Because
they got called for like
it was
15.
it was a lot. And Kansas City got called for none.
I think they got
Uh,
called for one penalty.
I don't know that they did.
I'm
Hold on.
thinking,
Penalties, covers. No, the Chiefs didn't get called for none.
dang.
They had no penalties. And then now this one, I I was talking to somebody about it, and it was like, yeah, Kansas City did get called for no penalties, but like right after the game, they show like five different plays where Kansas City should have been called for a penalty.
Yeah, yeah, I give you that. But they say in every play in football, you could almost have a penalty, whether it's
Yeah,
holding,
but yeah,
illegal blocks.
that's different. Also, I feel some type of way because in my opinion, this has nothing to do with this game, but Monday night game, the Bears versus the Commanders, the referees did their best to give Washington that game. Took a touchdown off the. It was so bad. Bears threw a touchdown, right? And they called a penalty for illegal formation. And the commentators were like, illegal formation? How? Like, there's nothing. The formation isn't illegal. And even if it was, man, yeah, I don't. They tried. They took off the touchdown, but we still won. And then the Commander fans got the nerve to be on Twitter. Yes, Twitter, talking shit, calling the Bears a poverty franchise. And like, you bitches is in the same boat. What are you talking about? Like, you're in no position to be talking. Okay, so
True, true.
that's my quick little rant. But no way you can have a team go a whole game with zero penalties. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not possible.
it's very
All right.
difficult. But what did you think about the penalty on that Detroit touchdown? Or I guess they call it, what do they call it, illegal shift or illegal formation when the quarterback was under center and then rolled out.
Oh, and then he did. Yeah, they said he had to come to a stop
He had to come to a
before
stop
to
because he was
stop.
under center.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. no
I
football
mean,
field.
that's the rule. I get
Yeah, fine.
it.
I mean, it was a good play. I like the play because normally they don't throw the ball back to the quarterback. They send
True.
his ass out there, and like, yeah, it was a good play.
True.
But next time they
And
know
it was a
you
good
got to
catch
stop.
too. It was a hell of a
No,
catch because
it wasn't Allen.
it
That boy damn it dropped it. That boy I caught the ball. He's like,
exactly. That's why it was a
and,
good
and then
catch.
the guy, the defender blocking, he like, and then he got at the last
He
second
had to
pass.
push it against dude's body and then grab it. That's a good catch.
No,
That's
there's a reason
hands
why.
hands.
There's a reason why he's a quarterback. Okay. All right. Now back to my original story. So
Okay.
the NFL. Oh, I asked you, did you see the game? Did you see the end of the game?
Yeah, I saw the end of the game. I saw the end of
Okay.
the game.
Okay. So the NFL on Monday suspended Detroit Lions safety Brian Branch for one game without pay for unsportsmanlike conduct after he struck Kansas City wide receiver Juju Smith Schuster and set off a brief fight after the game.
Yeah.
Uh, Branch planned to appeal the suspension. That didn't work. That she got upheld. I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know
It
what he's
was,
thinking either.
he's like, I gotta
My
try
boy,
it.
we caught you in 4K. You did this.
He was like, I gotta at least try it. It's probably was one of those situations. I gotta at least try it. Okay. Um, Brent, he is set to miss the Detroit Lions next game Monday night against Tampa Bay Buccaneers and will be eligible to return to the after active roster the following day. Detroit lost 30 to 7 30 to 17 Sunday night. Patrick Mahomes tried to give Branch a high five as they met near midfield. Branch walked past Mahomes and Juju Smith Schuster took offense while walking up to Branch and having a few words with him. I want to know what Juju said, honestly. I'm just curious. Because Branch
Yeah, I am
responded,
curious too.
yeah, Branch responded by hitting Juju Smith Schuster in the face mask, sending him to the ground. The picture of that when it happened is kind of hilarious. It's kind of funny.
It
Uh,
was weird.
Leaped to his feet and went after Branch. Chief running back Isaiah Pacheco tried to get between them, but Branch succeeded in ripping off uh, Smith Schuster's helmet as dozens of players from both teams got into a huddle. Eventually, coaches and players separated the players and finally left the field for the locker room. Afterwards, Branch said it was a childish thing, but I'm tired of people doing stuff in between the play and refs don't catch it. They be trying to bully me out there. I should have never did it. It was childish. So, and Branch was fined $23,186 for the face mask and unsportsmanlike conduct. For face mask and unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against the Packers last month. So,
Yeah, I'd seen it. It was very blatant. And then somebody else threw a punch in the melee.
okay.
I'm surprised he didn't. I don't know if that was the same player. I don't think so. But I'm surprised he didn't get suspended too because he threw a full punch. And I know they
Oh,
be trying to. If you throw a punch, they definitely do something to you.
yeah. Uh, I went to bed early. I went to bed early on this game. Uh, yeah, this kind of goes back to last season where a lot of NFL fans were saying that the NFL was cheating for the Chiefs, and also the other theories running around where Kansas City had no penalties. It's because Taylor Swift was in attendance and Caitlin Clark was in attendance. So,
Oh,
like,
double whammy.
yeah, they're like, yeah, the call was made. The fist was in. And usually I don't get into those conspiracy theories because I think they're goofy.
Yeah,
But to not get called for no penalty for the whole game, that's insane.
it
That's
is
insane.
terrible. But I got to
So
give it to Pat. He was playing really good. He was playing like kind of a little bit like old Pat, but I kind of don't mess with that man anymore because of what he said about Bad Bunny. But other than that,
Oh, what Patrick Mahomes said about Bad Bunny?
he upset that they got Bad Bunny. Talking about if y'all gonna pick him, I won't be there. It's like, well, with your record this year, you ain't gonna be there anyway, so it don't matter.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
God, his wife got him talking. Okay, never mind,
Yep,
never mind,
exactly.
never
He
mind.
okay with he not okay with Bad Bunny, but he okay with his wife yelling at him, country fried steak? You like fried chicken? Yeah, you okay with that though.
For y'all who don't realize, Bad Bunny is an American citizen. So
American citizen. Hundred
just want
percent.
to put that up there. Just want to put that
100%.
out there.
100%.
Just want to put that out there.
All right. All right. Speaking of crazy theories, yes, we're gonna talk about Gen V. Oh, what is the name of the episode? I forgot the name of the episode. I like to try to tell y'all the name of the episode. Trying to get better at this.
And
Potting.
Bad Bunny we trust.
So episode 7 is Hell Week. It's got a little bit of a sorority tie in a little bit, but not too much. But they do have a moment. But like I said in the beginning, talking about theories, as you guys know, we said a theory last week that we believe Cypher is Adokin, no, Godokin, and that came true. Devilish Clown said something in the comments like, yeah, duh, Mr. Obvious. I just had to say it to be on record, though. I had to say it to be on record, Devilish Clown. I understand. I felt this a long time ago, but I didn't say it. But I had to say it to be on record. So when it did happen, y'all didn't look at me like I was just trying to act like I knew it ahead of time. I figured it out a long time ago, but I waited for y'all to catch up. Anyway, we find out that Cypher is Godokin, and he was taking control of. I guess the guy name was Doug. I forgot his name. I think it was Doug. He was taking control of Doug. So clearly, Godokin got powers in the accident we seen in the first episode where he got burned to death. He got powers, but he also got badly hurt, so he couldn't move. Um, but for some reason, he took over Doug to use him to create Marie to be able to heal himself. That clearly was his whole plan. And now his bigger plan is to wipe the world of weak superheroes. Like he wants only the strong supes to survive. So he's using his mind control power to kill weak supes right now. But I got a little ahead of myself. As you know, Marie left to go get Cypher, not knowing which in this episode, I'm really disliking Marie a little bit. She seemed to not have any real thought process, no plan, and her character totally kind of switched. Like it didn't seem like Marie at all. I get that. I don't know if it was her being more as strong as she is now and coming to terms with her powers that made her get a big head. But this whole I got to do this is only I'm the only one that can do this, and you guys need to leave me alone and let me do this and stay out my way for this. It felt really out of pocket a little bit for her, especially after they've all come together and like became a team. For her to do that, I know he was like, if you come back and train with me, I'll leave your friends alone. But then you didn't go back to train with him. You go back to try to kill him. And the fact that y'all didn't put two to two together, that this guy was Cypher, like you know he doesn't have V in his blood, so you know that's not Cypher. You had to think about, well, and why didn't she when she got next to the Kadokin, why didn't she feel the V in his blood, especially if she healed him? This is, I think, it's a little bit of a show on bad writing because don't introduce me to the fact that she can sense their blood and sense the V in their blood, but then not use that when she needs to protect her. So I didn't like that. But of course, she went and healed Cipher, and then I forget the dude's name. Uh, uh, Andre's dad, I forget his name. It's like Palestine, or his superhero name is like Palestine or Palatine or something like that. he got a lot of time in this episode. He did a real good job, 100% good job. He's fighting Cipher, showing that he can use his power to kind of block Cipher's control. But he also got healed by Marie, and then Marie, what's her name? Kate was trying to get Marie to heal her, and Marie was like, "Look, I don't trust you." This just boils down to I don't trust you. You got us in some of these situations. You use your powers against us. I'm not about to heal you, so you use your powers against. And Kate was like, "Look, I've changed as a person, and I think Kate has changed. I think she has grown, but she is a soup without her powers. She can't really use her powers. And like any person who has abilities and loses them, you're going to want to try to get those abilities back. So I feel a little bit of sympathy for Kate, but she is self serving. But I think everybody in this show is self serving because we're humans. Even with superpowers, humans are self serving to an extent. Um, the action was pretty good. The fight scenes were decent. And then you have the love triangle between Sam, Emma, and this flying dude. I forgot his name. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get better at podcasting, but I forget people's name. I'm horrible with names. uh,
My
but
God,
they,
my God, maybe you should just have a note with just the characters' names. That's
I
all.
tried to do that, but they added new characters this episode that I didn't think I was going to have to talk about. I've learned the main people, but they added new people. But they have a little love triangle going on. Sam is still trying to reconnect with Emma. Emma's like, I'm a grown woman. I can do what I want. But she's still kind of like Sam because Sam is being himself. Like she likes that he's being himself. He's dealing with his issues, his mental issues, and he seems to be growing as a character and a person. So that's good for her. She likes that. But she's doing her weird stuff. And of course, in GMT fashion, they have to have a gross out moment. And they have the guy that has like either he has a galaxy in his butt where he can suck stuff into his butt and be in the world. He pushed out a pledge out of his butt that Sam had to take because of the whole it's pledge week, and he had to be mean to this guy that just got pushed out of this guy's butt. Whose superpower is he can make his feet into hands. Terrible superpower, and he knows it. And the Dokken kills him because of that. He's like, "You got a weak superpower. I want gods on this world and not freak shows." So that was very, very funny. But we didn't get any Stan Edgar in this, but we got a lot of talk about Sister Sage and how she predicted all this would happen. And she told Cypher, which I'm 100% sure she knows Cypher is Godolkin. I'm 100% sure because she's too smart not to know that. So I'm not sure what her plan is because I know she had a plan for Homelander, but she clearly been dealing with Cypher, aka Godolkin, for a while too. So I don't know if that plan is mixed in with there. We have one more episode, the season finale coming next week, and it looks like it's going to be a big showdown. I mean, Godolkin is easy to beat. Just kill him. Like you have guys with super strength that can fly. You have Marie that can burst people's blood from the inside. Um, I don't see why he's that much of a threat to them, realistically. Um, but we'll see how they write it to see how he's a bigger threat to them. Yes, he's very smart. He's a creator kind of vault in the serum and stuff like that. And now he has a new lease on life because now he can move and breathe and do all his stuff again. But ultimately, he's not that strong. Like, he only has the ability to control people, but I don't know if his body's that strong. I know all suits have a higher strength level than regular humans, but I don't think he's super strong. So we'll have to see. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're watching the show. Did you like the way this? Honestly, oh, I forgot to give a rating for this. This episode was more of like a 6 out of 10 to me. Not a great episode. It didn't really hit the whole this is Godolkin Cipher secret plot twist because I figured it out a long way ago. But even the way they presented it, it wasn't that special. It didn't hit as hard as they thought it should have. And it kind of made characters look a little dumber than you would think they would be. Um, so that was, and they kind of, uh, it's just the way they presented it after they gave you different facts throughout the other episodes to let you know, oh, he's probably in control of this person. But the fact that characters didn't realize that was a little disappointing. So we'll see if they have us a big bang in the season finale next week. But yeah, let us know in the comments how you feel about this episode, what you think, and all that good stuff.
All right, so I'm gonna finish up over here with some WNBA.
Yep,
So
yep.
first, I'll say with the finals, the WNBA finals between the Las Vegas Aces versus the Phoenix Mercury had an average of 1.5 million viewers across the four games. It was just under the record of 1.6 million from last year, which included a game five between the New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx that drew 2.15 million viewers.
That's not bad.
The full postseason was up 5% from last season, averaging 1.2 million viewers across games. Uh, in the past decade, the ratings for the finals have been as low as 390,000 when Washington Mystics defeated the Connecticut Suns in 2019. The audience hovered in the 500,000 range for the championship series since 2015. So, shout out to W. I mean, they're for everybody who's on the internet. Oh, no one watches the W. It's boring. Well, 1.2 million people found it exciting enough and watched
Yeah.
the games and watched the four games. Okay. So I want to get that out there. Shout out to the W. Shout out to the Aces and the Phoenix Mercury. So to get a little more detail, the Aces swept the Mercury to win their third NBA championship in 4 years, solidified their status as a dynasty. And this year's finals was the first best of seven in WNBA history.
Okay.
Uh, so, of course, you got to talk about the girl. Aja Wilson was named Finals MVP. She led the Aces and the four games with no. She led the Aces in Game Four with 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Oh, excuse me. Wait, there we go. Get back to my screen. Okay. Um, in Game Three, Asia had the game-winning shot over a double team to have make the Aces go up 3-0 in Game Three.
Mm.
For the finals in itself, she averaged 28.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. The coach for the Aces, Becky Hammond, praised Wilson and noted that the team overcame early season struggles to secure the title. The Aces went on a 16-game winning streak at the end of the regular season. They got
Mm.
off to a slow start. So they finished the season on a 16-game winning streak. So they went into playoffs with momentum. Um, and early in the season, Minnesota and New York looked like they was going to be the favorites. I mean, they were the favorites. They had the best record. It looked like they was going to cruise on to the finals. Uh, the victory made the victory marks the Aces' third title on the road. So
Okay.
they, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
and then also, now that the season is over, the WNBA is facing labor issues and free agency decisions with a new collective bargaining agreement needed before the 2026 season. Uh, Also, I want to go back to a little bit, talk about the Aces and how they struggled at the beginning. For their first 2.5 months of the season, the Aces were not gelling. They lost their season opener by 14 points to New York. and hovered around 500 through June and July, and had a losing record as late as July 25th.
Ooh,
And then they put it together and
yeah,
went on a run.
they
And
definitely
then
put it together.
also, I'm gonna try to chill with the Asia Wilson GOAT talk. I've been talking. I'm gonna try to chill. And the only reason I'm gonna try to chill is because Asia herself. So after the game, she said, I still got a little bit more winning to do before you put me in that GOAT conversation. When you're compared to greats, when you're compared to legends, that means you're doing something right, and I'm so grateful. But I would never be who I am without my teammates. So that's the
Respectfully.
only that's the only reason why I'm gonna chill on it, because if her herself saying it, the player, then I gotta chill. But it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to chill though, AJ. I ain't gonna hold you. When you are a three-time champion, a two-time Finals MVP, a four-time MVP, a three-time Defense Player of the Year, a seven-time All-Star, and a Rookie of the Year award, and then also she's the first player in WNBA history to win the MVP, the Defense Player of the Year award, I, and correction, she was the co-defensive player of the year. I have to put that out there before they get in the comments. And and the finals MVP. She's the first person to do it in WNBA history. So shout out to Asia. Shout out to the Aces. Jackie Young also balled out in the finals as well. So I want to give credit what is due.
hmm
As y'all know, I'm a big Asia Wilson fan, but Jackie Young was balling out as well in the finals. So and Chelsea, what's her name? Chelsea Gray. She balled out too.
Okay.
Uh, I just want to look up Jackie Young's stats for the
I know
finals.
Bam was there
Yep.
and he was sitting with Asia's parents right in the middle of them. Uh, but then I know Asia got slapped in the interview. She was wasted. She was having a
Oh yeah.
good old time.
Asian. She had a what's that thing called with the
The
she had pink.
champagne and she had the goggles on.
Yeah, but with that pink thing she had,
Oh,
what's
that
that called?
chain thing? Yeah,
That
a tambourine.
tambourine. Yeah, she had that. She was
She
having a
was
good
having
time.
a ball.
Yeah. She was enjoying herself.
Touche to
Let's see.
them.
Postseason. Well, I just found Jackie Young's stats for the playoffs in general. First I would say in that game 4 of the finals, Jackie Young had 18 points, 7 boards, and 8 assists. This is what I mean. Jackie Young was balling the fuck out. And then her stats for the playoffs, she averaged 20.4 points, 4.8 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 1.4 steals. So, like I said, Asia, she did her thing, but it was not without the help of Jackie Young. Shout out to Jackie Young. Shout out to Asia. Shout out to Las Vegas Aces. Shout out to Becky Hellman. The dynasty, I wish to continue success, and for Asia to keep adding on to her gold status.
Mm, mm.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the Phoenix Mercury too. Shout out to them.
Shout out. Yeah.
Shout out.
Hey,
Shout out.
y'all did get
You know what?
swept, but you got
You know,
swept.
shout out to the whole W.
Yeah. They came and showed out this year. Hopefully they can figure out this whole wage thing and
Yep.
player lockout thing and not mess up the momentum they got going on. Uh,
Agreed. Agreed. I mean, there's a few players.
isn't it
If the W,
more than half of the stars are free agents right now?
oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
'Cause I know
Uh,
most of all the aces are free agents. So they got to try to figure out how to sign that whole Aces team back.
Yeah, well, they can't do it unless they get the CBAs figured out.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say? Oh, yeah, like you said, they don't want to mess up their momentum by going to a lockout. But what I was about to say, there are a few players. If unfortunately they do go into lockout, there are a few players that will be a okay,
Yeah.
meaning they can go play elsewhere and they would not be hurting for money.
True.
Uh, Shout out to Angel Reese. I just saw she was just on the runway for Victoria's Secret. So
Okay. Okay.
shout out to her.
Well, speaking of runway, James Gunn's Peacemaker hit the runway with their last episode
Oh
and
shit.
their season finale. Some people say it was okay. Some people say it was mid. Some people say it was a hot mess. I'm here to tell you my opinion on it. But before we get to that, let's drop a little information on the season finale. Um, as you know, we left Peacemaker in the last episode where Chris gave up the dimensional portal device to Argus. Argus has it now. And Argus has this plan, or at least Rick Flag Sr. had this plan to find a dimension to be able to use. So he was sending all his Argus agents in different doors, looking through the doors and searching for a dimension. They went to multiple doors. A lot of the agents got killed in these other dimensions. Uh, Harcourt saved one guy in a dimension with those. I think it was the. I know they talked about it in the Earth X dimension, the V. So it started with a V. These little weird little. I don't want to say elf looking things that were vicious and ate one guy's face off, ate his face completely off. She saved some people in that dimension, but Argus was sending all these agents into these doors to try to find a door. And people has this theory that Rick Flag Sr. has been taken over and switched with Clayface. I don't think that's the case. And they point to this moment where Harcourt was talking to Rick Flag, and she says sir or colonel, and she said, oh, I'm sorry, Rick, we got this, these are the papers for this. And he's like, all right, yeah, thanks, whatever. And he didn't seem to care that she's calling him Rick like he asked her to. He didn't make any mention to it, but he's super intent on finding a doorway to a place that they can have. And we learn that he is working with Lex Luthor's guys, and they're looking for a prison planet. Basically, they're looking for a doorway to a dimension that is livable, but where they can send prisoners, metahumans, to and have them off Earth in this other dimension. And they found a planet, and they call it Salvation Planet, but they just mean dimension. And it's based on a run of comic books called Salvation Run. I didn't read that comic book. Not gonna lie to you. Heard some other people talk about it. It's basically a comic book where uh, this agency sends all these villains to this planet to keep them off of Earth, and these villains have to fight their way back to Earth and figure out work together to figure their way back to Earth. Apparently, it wasn't a good comic book run, so I don't know why James Gunn is adapting that. James Gunn loves to adapt forgotten about comic either characters or plot lines or places in his works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He did that also with Checkmate. At a certain point, Peacemaker is down and thinking he's a devil because what he's doing. His friends are trying to get him to realize it's not you. You're a good person. Adebayo has this beautiful line. And side note, Danielle Brooks killed it in this episode. She acted her ass off in this episode. A beautiful moment. She tells Peacemaker, "You are a good person, and the only time you are not a good person when you listen to other people and do what other people tell you to do, like when your father told you to do these things, or when Amanda Waller told you to do these things that you were working for the Suicide Squad. That's the only time you're a terrible person. But when you listen to yourself, you're an amazing person. You brought everybody in this room together when you listen to yourself and be the person you are. You saved the earth when you were listening to yourself." And it was a great moment. It was a tearjerker. It was beautiful. And that's the one thing this episode had going for it. This whole season was a big character arc kind of thing. Each character had an arc. Most characters had an arc, and you finish out their arc, and they either had an emotional moment or they dealt with something emotional, and it worked really well. At a bio, she talked to her wife, and they realized, "Look, I love you. We both love each other, but we want different things, and those different things are going to pull us apart. And it's best that we go our separate ways and not try to hold on to what we thought we could have together." Beautiful moment. Beautiful moment. Like I said, Danielle killed it in that moment too, in that scene. Um, Only person that didn't get really a big book ending was Economist. He didn't really get a really good book ending, but he did a lot. He did a lot of growing in this episode, so I guess that was okay. Vigilante kind of got a book ending. He what did he learn? Adebayo used reverse psychology on him, and he learned to trust people a little more, or at least I think he. I still hate that he hates his mother like he does, but I think he's growing as a character too. She taught him to use the drug money that he got from cartels when he killed them all and do good with it. That's how they funded Checkmate. Yes, they funded Checkmate with that money. Um, Harcourt is still dealing with her emotional stuff, but we find out what happened to Harcourt and Peacemaker on the boat. They pretty much just kissed. They had a kissing moment and she ran away. It was a good moment, but Peacemaker got fulfilled when she like, yes, it meant something to me. I love that moment. Well, she didn't say love, but she that moment meant something to her. But she's still dealing with her emotions about that moment, and but she let him know, like, yes, I was there with that moment, and I felt that moment too. There was something there. Um, Peacemaker is growing as a character, growing as a person. Yes, he does terrible things, but he's growing and learning from his mistakes and becoming a better person. 100%. They do bring Judo Master and the other agent, I forgot his name, and the cyborg lady, forgot her name too. Like I just told you, I'm terrible with names. They brought the cyborg lady on to checkmate as well. I guess Checkmate is a comic too, and that comic run on Checkmate wasn't great either. So another piece of bad writing or bad comic book that Key Piece James Gunn is bringing into this. But at the end, there was a, like there's a lot of montages in this episode, which they really could have done without two of those montages. It wasn't necessary, and it was like two full concerts in this episode that I don't think it should have been. Like I get it, they did a full length of the intro music. They had that band on the show. That band played a thing on the boat. It was interesting, but I don't think they need to play the whole song like they did. Mind you, this episode was an hour long. It was a longer episode, but they didn't do a lot. Yes, it's a great character piece, but for a finale for an episode, I felt it was weak, honestly. Like James Gunn told us episode 6, 7, and 8 were going to be bangers. And episode 6 was great. Episode 7 was okay. And episode 8, it was a dud for me. It was a dud for me. But we do get at the end of the episode, um, Rick Flag Sr. kidnaps Peacemaker and puts him in salvation, and he leaves him there, and he's like, "This is for my son Ricky." And it's weird that his whole thing felt like a payback to Peacemaker for this, but it also is Lex Luthor manipulating him, making this, finding this world to put meta humans in it, because that's what it's going to be eventually. And it's going to tie on to the rest of the DC, which everybody has a big complaint to, because it seems like DC is doing the Marvel thing where they're tying these shows to movies where you have to watch a show to get the movie. And I don't think that's the best route for them to go. You see how bad it worked for Marvel. Why would you take that same kind of route? But Peacemaker, I mean, James Gunn said that Peacemaker season 2 will tie directly to Superman Man of Tomorrow, and people were kind of upset with that. Um, I wanted more action in this finale. I wanted a bigger surprise. Like, people thought Superman was going to show up, or like at least another big bad was going to show up that would be ongoing within the universe. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I was let down. 40 minutes in, and I was like, "Hey, what are we gonna do? Something that's interested in this, like real interesting, not character interesting." I get that, but I was not pleased, and it kind of drops this season down. This season is nowhere near better than the first season. Um, so that's very disappointing. So I had to give this. I gotta give it like a 4.5 out of 10 for this last episode, and the season in total, I give a 7. I was on a high note at the beginning of the season, and then it peaked down and went up one more time and then dropped, unfortunately. But also, we found out there's not going to be a season 3. James Gunn has already come out and said there's not going to be a season 3. Then what the? Why did we do this? Why did we leave this show on a cliffhanger if we're not going to have a season 3? That is the dumbest shit. Ah,
Ain't
dumb
no,
shit.
ain't no punchline. It's bad. It's bad.
No, it makes no sense. And like, he announced it like a day after the season finale that there's not going to be a season 3. We're not going to continue this story. Then why the fuck did we do this? Like, come on. It's just and that I don't know why they're not doing a season 3. They didn't give a real reason, but I think the ratings aren't very good on this season. To be honest, season 1 didn't have great ratings itself, but I think season 2 had worse ratings than season 1. So unfortunately, that's going to get your show canned every time. And then there was a big kind of merge thing happening at WB with Warner Brothers, and there was a chance for James Gunn not to be the co-head, but I guess he's staying the co-head. So that was a big little rumble that happened the last couple of days. I didn't read the full story. I got kind of snippets of it, but that could have happened, and he could have not been the co-head, which makes perfect sense because Superman, great movie. I loved it. Great movie. Um, but Superman, Creature Commandos, and Peacemaker season 2, you're 1 for 3 right now, out of good projects. And that one project you had that was good didn't make as much money as it should have made. I think it still made profit, but I don't know, not as good as it should have been. So the next DC thing I think they have coming up is either Lanterns and Clayface, and both of those things James Gunn didn't write or direct. So we'll see another vision from DC right now and see if that doesn't alter their kind of movement right now, because uh, a lot of people aren't as confident in James Gunn DC right now. So that's tough for them. But yeah, let us know in the comments how you felt about that last episode. Were you
So,
excited? Were you upset? Uh, yeah. What
so
were you gonna
I'm
say?
reading. So I'm reading says DC Studios co-CEO CEO Gunn had teased that the finale would lay the groundwork for his
Yeah.
Superman follow up,
Yep.
2027's Man of Tomorrow.
Yep.
And then, like you said, he was answering questions, talking about the episode. And then a fan replied, asked him had he seen the criticism of how the season two finale went. And he said, definitely. And he said, not everyone can love everything. I love the episode, but I understand not everyone does, which is completely fair. And then, like you said, he already ruled out a season three.
Yeah. Like
And
from a writer, as a writer, yeah, I can see why you like this episode. You had these characters go from A to Z throughout your story. As a writer, yeah, that's something you would enjoy. As someone that watches the TV show of this show, you want action in there. And James Gunn is good. I think he's better at doing movies because he has a set amount of time. But the show, you have so many hours to fill, and I think he gets lost in them sometimes. Um, I think movies are better for him because it's a smaller format that he has more time to fit character development in, but knows he has to have a lot more action in, so it works out a little more. I don't know. This just wasn't great. Like we'll see. I don't have high hopes
uh,
for DC right now, and Marvel is teetering. They're trying to make a comeback. Uh, right now, Prime with the boys and Gen V are the superhero shows to watch as of right now. So we'll see what happens.
so, uh, like you said, there's question about Peacemaker's fate because obviously there's no season three in the plans right now. Gunn said the conclusion of season two sets up Peacemaker to take on a broader role in the DCU moving forward.
Mm.
And he goes on to say he's really important to me. Peacemaker is an important character, and I said from the beginning when we took on this job, it's about really propping up and maintaining and repositioning the big diamond properties that DC has. The Batmans and the Wonder Womans and the Supermans, and then creating diamond properties out of smaller characters like Peacemaker. And then it's like the question is, will Peacemaker appear in 2026 DC film Supergirl or 2027 Man of Tomorrow? Gunn responded, "We'll have to see. That's the secret." So
Yeah, I'm sure he'll probably be in 2027 Man of Tomorrow. I don't think he is being Supergirl because that's already done. They might talk about him, but I don't think because I think that's off planet. I don't even think that's going to be on Earth. So there's no reason for him to be in that. Um,
even if you don't think, because I mean, the Superman movie, he had a small cameo in the movie.
yeah, true,
He was just
true,
talking and he didn't do anything.
true.
Really, so
Like I get he likes Peacemaker. I know that's one of the characters he wanted to do when he first came to DC. But just like you said, you got to hold those tempos up. Your Batman, your Superman, your Wonder Woman. That's what keeps your whole universe going. And as of right now, your tempos are falling. Like your Superman didn't do as good as people expected. It divided your fan base a bit. Your Batman was I can't say great. Your Batman was good 2 years ago, but it's been such a delay. There's no telling what Batman we might get when it comes back. If it's going to be able to stay as high as it was, or you're going to have to reboot that. And it's not in the same universe as your Superman. So that's conflicting right there. You got just too many weird pieces all over the board and no clear way to bring them together, it seems like. So it's not looking great.
you gotta see. He might be somehow might pull it all together.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the first one, amazing. The second one, okay. The third one, okay to me. Everybody loves the third one because the whole animal thing and animal cruelty and how that tugged at the heartstrings. It was all right to me. That first one though, that's a banger. But he works really good with unknown characters, but in a small sandbox. He had a small corner of Marvel. Right now, he has the all of DC, and I think that it's just too big for him trying to plan out too much stuff and still be weird and quirky at times. I don't think it's gonna work like he thinks it is. But hey, I could be wrong. But as of right now, the proof is in the pudding, and he ain't giving me good pudding. Uh, that's a Joker
Whoa,
reference for
whoa.
those out there.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's say you got some pause or something. I don't know. No, I don't know what's going on. Proof in the
uh,
pudding. Bill Cosby pudding pops. Like, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
okay, well, go ahead and sign us out, Marcus.
Yeah. I think we should end the show before I say something that gets us in trouble. All right, hit the like, hit the like, hit the link in the description for all our social medias. Um, Repost this video, send it to your friends, families, your ops, your boss. I don't know. Send it out to people. I
Yep.
don't know. Don't care. Uh, what else? Voicemail. Yes. Leave us a voicemail if you have questions about the show, sports, or superheroes, or life question in general, or we have our opinion on something. We'll do our best to answer it. Uh, I might miss something. Yeah. Oh, my headphones didn't die this year because I used my other ones. um, yeah, that's all I get.
Yeah, just
Anything
subscribe
else?
to the show. Appreciate y'all listening.
Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Thank you.
All right,
Peace.
peace.